Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Against the Public for September 17th. I'm Dana Lane. Today, we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays after a perfect 3-0 night last night. Congratulations to everybody that was able to tail. That was a nice night for us to put kind of in our pockets. We kind of needed that a little bit, so we'll try to duplicate that again on Tuesday. After we finish, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my Tuesdays MLB premium plays along with a WNBA 3-pack. And I know that we're dialed into football right now, but really, once again, at least for the next 2 days, we should be refocused on baseball. And the customers that have, or my customers that have been absolutely on fire over the last 7 days. 57% winners, 63% winners over the last 30 days, almost 2,000 units of profit. And I think those numbers are prior to tonight, so you can bump them up just a little bit more as well. You could jump on my single plays or my MLB/WNBA 3-pack for just $49.99. And of course, every 3-pack and every individual play comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. In addition, there's only one way to get every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And you could do that over the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, guys, just jump on that annual all-access pass for the next 365 days for just $3.70 a day. I expect everybody that was with me last night and through this run over the last month or so in Major League Baseball come back again tomorrow. There's really no reason not to. We've been smashing it. And thank you to everybody that has. But if you want something a little bit more long-term, well, I put up a package the other day. It's a Major League Baseball reduced package. It's a prorated package that will take you all the way through the rest of the Major League Baseball season. That includes the postseason as well. So you get the rest of the regular season right through the World Series for just $199.99. Okay, on to your free plays for Tuesday. Remember, these are probable pitchers, so please confirm before placing your wager. 6:35 Eastern Time, 975, 976. San Francisco Giants on the road against the Baltimore Orioles. Giants minus $1.20, 8 under minus 13. Blake Snell against Albert Suarez. Unlike most games, we see a lot of the early money coming in on the underdog, which is not usually the trend. But I guess Baltimore at home, for as good as they've been this year to bettors, I could definitely see that. I recommend watching this number close because I'm starting to see some minus $1.15s out there. I even see $1.12 out there. Now, the consensus number is still $1.20, but this kind of gives me an idea where the market is going to go, even though it's not the consensus right now. But if you could get better than $1.20, just jump on that number right now. But if you can't, just sit there and wait. And even if it sits at $1.20, I think that's a fair number. But I do suspect we can get a little bit better. I do say when we're talking about the total, I see one significant wager on the under at Heritage, under 8.5 plus $1.07, and they are. If you'd like to bet unders, they are by far the best site to bet unders at because they put up a crazy number to start the day, and then as soon as they get a big fish to bite, then they push it back down again. Blake Snell, 3-3, 3.52 ERA. He's a guy who missed spring training, came back, had to overcome a little bit of confidence issue, then went back on the IR for a while. Or is it IL? I don't know, either one. They got hurt for about a month and then came back. Now, so when Blake Snell came back, then he turned right back into the all-star that we know Blake Snell is. So over his first 6 starts, put together an 0-3 mark, a 9.51 ERA. After his return, 3-0, 1.45 ERA. Now, that's impressive, but these numbers are even more impressive. Over 68 1/3 innings, he's only allowed 30 hits with 93 Ks. And I would suspect there's a little bit extra motivation for Mr. Snell, considering that in 2025 he's going to become a free agent, and he is represented by the Boras Corporation, so that should be very interesting. But with every W, I just hear more and more cha-chings going off in his bank account, because you could bet that Boras, if he does his job, it is going to be an interesting negotiation. I know that they're trying to pull him back to San Francisco. I just don't see him returning to the Giants. I think Boras is going to get massive money for Blake Snell. Albert Suarez, 8-5 this year, a 3.39 ERA, looking for a permanent spot in the Orioles rotation last year. Would do himself some good with a strong start or a strong end to the season this year. Certainly has made a case, but I can't go against Snell here. We're going to take San Francisco minus $1.20. 6:40 Eastern Time, 963, 964. Minnesota Twins against the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians minus $1.25, 8.5 under minus 15. Zebby Matthews against Gavin Williams. Again, we see professional money jump on the total here with a wager at Heritage on the under 8.5 plus $1.07. Once again, we counted on Heritage to give under bettors just a little bit more than most books. We have seen some movement, or we have not seen some movement on the sides. Small money has trickled in on Cleveland, but as usual, when betting underdogs, as long as you can wait, it is best to wait to get the best number, because usually money will come in on the favorite, giving us a little bit better money on the dog. Zebby Matthews is going to make his 7th start of the season, hoping to improve on a 1-3 record of 7.11 ERA. Kid's got a live arm. Really needs to start learning how to set up hitters. Fairly effective in his last start against the Angels in that 6-4 win for the Twins. But really, it comes down to keep the ball in the ballpark, let your defense work for you, and that should set us up. If he does that, that should set us up for a winner today. Gavin Williams having his own problems this year after 14 starts, 3-9, 5.23 ERA. Another guy who's got a live arm, been plagued by control issues over his last couple starts. Williams has allowed 8 earned runs in 6 innings, 5 walks, 5 Ks. Not exactly the walk to strikeout ratio that we like. For as good as the Guardians have been for bettors this year, well, they've had trouble finding consistency when playing teams that are playing 530 ball or better, which the Twins are right at that mark. They're 27-30 against teams playing 530 or better. Interesting enough, that's been an issue for them over the last few seasons, where they have an overall record of 119 and 142, a 456 win percentage, minus 6.92 units against teams playing 530 ball or better. We take Minnesota here. Really needs this not only to win the series, really needs to sweep the series. We'll take the Twinkies plus $1.05. 9:38 Eastern Time, 971, 972. Chicago White Sox against the Los Angeles Angels, because I always pick the best games. Angels minus $1.63, 8 over minus 12. Davis Martin against Griffin Canning. I don't think we're going to get a better number in this one than minus $1.05. We've already seen some significant wagers on the under at Caesars, West Virginia. We've seen one at Bet 365 as well. We're going to focus on the total here. So we're going to emphasize shopping for the best number. We do see some properties and sites featuring 8.5. There is still a ton of 8s out there, but we're going to use that 8.5 because that's the consensus number, and I don't think it's going to be there for very long. So let's use 8.5 in this one, and even if it gets down to an 8, that's even better. We hope that it does, but 8.5 to me is still fine. I think it's going to go way over this number. Davis Martin, 8-4, a 4.14 ERA in his last start. It was lit up by the Cleveland Guardians. Allowed 5 earned runs in 3 innings. Over his last 3 starts, he's 0-2 with a 5.29 ERA. Most of his troubles, as most pitchers, they have troubles in the heart of the lineup, which he does. Hitters are hitting 351. The 4th and 5th place hitters in the lineup this year are hitting 351 against Davis. Griffin Canning, 5-13, a 5.35 ERA. He's a guy who is a pitch to contact pitcher, which when you're on the over and you've got teams like the White Sox and the Angels involved, that's good enough for us. 8.5, we're going to go over that total minus $1.05. So that does it for your Tuesday free plays. Please go to pickdawgz.com. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play I release from now to this time next year, or for the next 30 days, or for the next 90 days, whatever you're comfortable doing. Don't forget, it's never too late to take advantage of my Major League Baseball all-access pass for the rest of the season. Just $199.99 gives you every play, every regular season play, and every pitch all the way through the World Series. So make sure you jump on that. 57% winners over the last 7 days, 63% MLB winners over the last 30 days. Don't miss out tomorrow. On fire on the diamond. Here's your Tuesday free play recap. San Francisco minus $1.20, Minnesota plus $1.05, and Chicago, Los Angeles over 8.5 minus $1.05. So that does it for today's show. Thank you so much to everyone who watches on a daily basis. Please hit that like and subscribe button. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Tuesday.